Hello, my dear friends. Shurma here. A very warm welcome to my channel. Today happens to be the 15th of April 2021 and it is known as the World Art Day. Let's create a magical rose to mark this beautiful day. Materials needed for today's project are all listed over here. Here is the palette for the rose. I have golden yellow, white acrylic, Indian red and gold, and a flat brush number 6 which I am loading with golden yellow and white acrylic and a bit of Indian red and then blending the colors very well. This is multi-loading of the brush. To start with, I have a white watercolor paper. The size is 10 centimeters by 14 centimeters. I have created a stenciled background with the help of watercolors of shades of green and turquoise. Before I go on to paint the rose, I pick up my flat brush number 4 and create a loose shape of the rose with acrylic Indian red. After that, I go on to create the first layer of the petals. Now for the petals, I am using a flat brush number 6 and I have golden yellow, white acrylic and a bit of Indian red on my brush. As I go ahead, I'll be adding a bit of acrylic gold to golden yellow to get that extra sparkle and shine. Here I'm trying to create the center of the rose. And once done, I will move towards the outer petals of the rose. This particular rose will be a large one. Hence, it has a lot of intricate details to be created, because of which the tutorial is a bit long. But if you stick around with me, then I'm sure you will like the end result. Pablo Picasso once said, "Art washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life." So true. I totally agree with him. But then, what is art? I will tell you what I think about it. According to me, art is simply self-expression. When the artist is alive in any person, whatever her kind of work may be, she becomes an inventive, searching, daring, self-expressive creature. She becomes interesting to other people. She disturbs, upsets, enlightens, and opens ways for better understanding. Where those who are not artists are trying to close the book, she opens it and shows there are still more pages possible. One of the functions of the artist is to make a statement of some kind. The process of creating an art piece can be very complex and an intriguing one, though many a times the end product may come across as very simple, as in the case of the minimalistic concepts. It is the process right from the conception of an art piece that makes each artist unique. I believe self-expression is the pinnacle of all art. Take me, for example. I am not a trained artist at all. Neither have I had any art lessons to hone my skills. So, I suppose my passion in creating art comes from the desire to express from within. My passion for art has helped me to be more alert of my surroundings even as a kid. And without a doubt, it has also nourished my imagination and creativity. I have realized that every time I take a fresh canvas, my mind just switches into a creative and a meditative state. At those times, I live in the moment and I'm bonding with my inner being. Any tool I may hold to paint is just an extension of my soul. And when I finish a piece of painting, it usually makes me feel good about myself and many a times makes others happy as well. Too often, people limit their self-expression by thinking art is beyond reach. And I would say you don't have to be a Picasso to love to paint. As I said in the beginning of the video, April the 15th has been designated as World Art Day. It happens to be a celebration to promote the development, diffusion, and enjoyment of art, and it was proclaimed at the session of UNESCO's General Conference in 2019. According to them, art nurtures creativity, innovation, and cultural diversity for all people across the globe and plays an important role in sharing knowledge and encouraging curiosity and dialogue. These are the qualities that art always had and will always have if we continue to support environments where art and artistic freedom are promoted and protected. This helps to create a free and peaceful world. There is so much to learn, share, and celebrate on World Art Day. So here is a shout out to all the artists of the world. Kudos to you for creating such beautiful art that warms our heart and fills our soul with so much of happiness. You make the world a better place to live in. A big thank you from the bottom of my heart. Keep creating. So here is the magical rose painting, which is in progress. Here I am trying to adjust the outermost petals of the rose. Oh wow! Did you just hear the cuckoo sing? Well, these cuckoos have been nesting in the mango tree in the garden of our building premises. Well, you must have noticed that I have also added a bit of olive green at times to create some variation in the color of the petals. There you go. Can you see how the golden yellow picks up the Indian red and creates a totally different color, and a pretty one at that. If you happen to be a one-stroke artist just like me, or maybe you would like to learn this particular technique and you have no clue what to do about it, then I would encourage you to visit my past videos which showcase the one-stroke deco style of florals, and you will have a very good idea where to begin. I would be very happy to drop some of the links in the description box below. While adding highlights to the petals, I use a mix of golden yellow acrylic and a lot of white acrylic. That makes that particular area stand out from the rest. Once the floral part is done, I move on to the foliage. Here is the palette for the foliage. I have Indian red, turquoise green, aqua green, olive, deep green, white acrylic, bamboo green and golden yellow. So here I've picked up my liner brush and I'm trying to block the underneath of the petals with the dark green. Certain times I will use a mix of bamboo and deep green. Here I've added a tinge of Indian red and more of golden yellow and trying to create an interesting spot for the leaves. This is turquoise green and a bit of aqua green. And I'm still using the liner brush. So here are the one-stroke style leaves in the making. For this particular magical rose painting, the floral part was a bit challenging, but the leaves, they are all easy peasy work. You really don't have to think much while creating the leaves. Yes, the placement of the leaves are important and the color you choose. But the technique of one-stroke deco art style does all the work for you. So here is a little rose bud because that part of the paper was looking a bit empty, so I thought of adding a bud. So here I'm creating those tiny leaves at the bottom of the bud. And I'm still continuing with the flat brush number 6, and I have the turquoise green and a bit of aqua and white on my brush. Next, I created some shadow leaves with Indian red and a bit of acrylic white just to create some interest in that corner. And once I was happy with the painted panel, I went ahead and mounted it on a white note card and added a sentiment to match. And that is a wrap on today's project. Do let me know in the comment box below if you enjoyed watching me paint the magical rose in one-stroke deco art style. Do connect with me on my social media handles as well, and it would be a great pleasure to be in touch with you. And thank you so much for being with me till the end. We'll be back very soon, so stay tuned. Bye-bye.